Yes, sir. It's the new movement. Drewski in the building. XavienTheGreat.
100%. Yeah, you said it
I said it on
perfect.
point, right?
Perfectly.
Tampa, Florida's in the building. Before we even started talking about the music and your career, we know Florida just got hit hard with a hurricane.
Yes.
Did you get affected by any of that?
Thank God. I don't know what's up with Tampa, but every time a hurricane moves through the city, like moves through Florida,
Mm-hmm.
thank God. Like I guess God got His hand over us because we never get hit that bad. But
But you
like,
got some rain,
yeah,
some
heavy rain.
winds,
All you see is like mad branches all over everybody's yard.
right? But no flooding, no cars floating by.
Thank goodness, no. That's
Okay.
only in the South, which pray for South Florida, like
Right. We
Venice.
sending our love to the people
Yes,
that were affected by the hurricane. But luckily, you guys were good. It slowed you down though because you were supposed to tap in like a day earlier, right? You were coming to New York a day earlier, but
yeah.
because of everything, it kind of delayed you a day.
Unfortunately,
But you
but
but you're here now.
we still push it. We
He-
still
He's
keep it
he's
going.
checking in. He got new music out, new videos out. You played me some unreleased music, right? But for people that are just getting in tune, when did music like start for you?
It really started when I was about 12 years old. I was introduced to it.
Mm,
Um, my he's not necessarily like my brother, but at the time, he's my cousin. We grew up
right.
together, like my brother. And at that time, my pops had took us to a studio and he was rapping. My little, my
Yeah,
big brother.
okay.
Yeah, but we'll just keep it at that.
All
My
right.
brother. So he
Wait, how much older is he from like than you?
uh shoot 3 years I
Okay,
think.
so not by much.
Nah,
3 years. Okay, so you go to the studio. He's in there rapping.
yeah. He in there rapping. I'm loving what I'm here. To me, my pops, my brother. At the time, things changed, rearranged, but at the time,
Right.
both of them was my superheroes.
Mm.
So I was always be with them. We was always be together. And in the studio, he spitting his rhymes, and I'm just like inspired. I'm like, wow, like this is dope. He could spit what he's going through, what he's talking about
Mm.
into a mic, and just writing his lyrics. I would hear him writing his lyrics before we even went to the studio because he been writing. So then I didn't start writing at 12. Later on, 2 years later, when I was 14, that's when I picked up. I remember we was in my mom's living room. He was like, "Here's a notepad." I was like, "All right."
He put that pressure on you.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, just write something. We gonna make her something today."
Right.
And we did. We never recorded it, but we did. It was pretty cool. For the time.
Mm.
As far as a lyricist, I feel like I always been on point with writing. Writing was my favorite subject in school. Like always had an A in that bit.
Okay. A+ student over here. But I told you, I said, yo, I listened to some of the records. Your writing is good. Like you know how to make a record. And
Yeah,
for a lot of artists, it's not that easy for artists to like format songs or just put hooks together where you're doing it in a melodic way and like a singing way, but it sounds like put together well.
what?
Right?
I
I
appreciate
don't
that.
know if you just naturally talent or like you said, you have family you watch. But besides your cousin, was there other artists? Being a young boy in Tampa, was there other artists in Florida just that you grew up listening to? Was like Lil Wayne someone that you know what I'm saying? What was the music going around at that time?
Honestly, always been. See, my pop. I grew up on late '90s and R&B.
Okay.
So I grew up on Ursha Baby. I grew up on Ashanti, Fabulous, Ja Rule. Fabulous always. I hate to say it changed. He changed placements.
Mm.
He not in my top five no more.
Damn,
Um,
damn, Fab.
I'm sorry, Fab.
Because now you're gonna have to break down your top five. But go ahead, finish your what you was
But
getting to.
basically, Fab, my OG of all time. I grew up listening to Fab. Fabulous was like I related to Fab the most based on what we go through, based on what his wordplay, based on what he taught me through his songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gravitated towards New York hip hop. Nothing southern. If it's southern, obviously we got Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
Shit like that. And even them, I put them in the category They got up north flow. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, yeah, yeah.
So it's like but nah, really it was fabulous in late '90s. R&B raised me. Like I I got a lot of love songs. I feel like I got more love songs than what I do rap. But I just rap because that's the
Yeah, yeah,
industry.
that's what's happening right now. So you say, yo, let me rap. I could do it. Like clearly you could do it. So it's like, yo, let me rap. But your singing records, your melodic records, clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? They sound good. And on top of it, you do Spanish too. You drop some reggaeton, like, yo, here, just listen to this.
100%.
What does that mean? Break that down because
That's 100%.
100%.
100, that's 100.
Cien,
And
you gotta say it like
por
together,
cien.
right?
Yeah, 100%. Like
100%.
100%.
What is your background? What is your nationality?
My pops side of the family's Puerto Rican, and my mom's half Cuban, half Nicaraguan. So like they all Spanish cultures.
Right, right, right. Did the Spanish music come first, or was it like the English music for you?
I'm very upset at my parents because they ain't really teach me Spanish growing up. Like,
so in the house, you didn't speak Spanish?
Nah, not a whole lot. Only Spanish I got was from my abuela, my abuelo. Shout out to abuela, abuelo.
Damn, ma, he could have been Bad Bunny right now. He's slipping. No, but listen, you know what? I feel like you know what you're doing in a sense when it comes, because we were talking about business. Do you feel like now that you're comfortable making records, your focus is on your marketing at this point?
I feel like, man, cause I've watched, like in my city at least, bigger artists, they got a big following and this and that. But I walk into some spots, some cribs, and they sleeping on their brother's couch, or they popping and this and that. And I kind of like just looked at it. I stopped focusing on fame at first. That was everything. And I guess that's why my process was so slow. Like,
Yeah,
I'm 20. I'm 21 right now. 14, 12 years old. I should have, at least in my opinion, been popped off or some shit. But you go through the motions, you go through ups and downs. A lot of people are hard to trust in this industry.
1,000%. Say it in Spanish again. 100%.
100%.
Boom.
But yeah, bro. I feel like that was part of the reason where it's like it took so long to get on the grind with this. And even till this day, I ain't even gonna front. I was skeptical coming here. And
as far as like scamming goes, you saying?
Bro, everywhere it's
out of control.
It's out of control. But it's like, when you trying to be a boss and you trying to make boss decisions, you got to take the wins with the losses.
Right.
And as far as the marketing, that's expensive. So I'm trying to get tapped in with the right people, learn it a little bit more, learn the game of that, because that's a whole different game.
Right.
As far as marketing. And when you're doing it independently, it's like you got to put more time into that as opposed to sometimes your records. So sometimes you got to have a lot of records in the vault. That way you just have it ready for.
You load it up. You can just go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Do you ever like ask like, damn, I need a team, or I need a manager, or I need, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes a lot of artists feel like they're doing too much, and I can't focus on the music because I got to do everything else, and I can't find a good manager. Is that where you at right now, or you enjoy doing things on your own?
I enjoy the struggle. I really do, because I feel like you want a good job done, you get it done yourself.
I agree.
Because it's like, honestly, my manager's my family. Oh, this post look good. This look good. What y'all think about this? Oh, nah, that ain't cool. But sometimes I won't even listen to them because that's how artists are with their managers.
Yeah, of course.
But at least you got that. To me, that's my management. And I feel like who's better to manage yourself than you? I wouldn't want somebody else to control where my money's going, how my money's moving, setting up this interview. Like, I set up everything for my videos, my models, the cameraman. I set up everything. Like, I pay for the beats, pay for the studio, pay for this, pay for that. But I like it that way because I know exactly what's going on.
Right.
And I'm so used to getting effed over off a little peephole.
Where you like, damn, I could have just done it myself and I wouldn't even had to worry about that.
100%, 100%.
That's the name of this interview today. Say it again.
100%.
Boom. That's the name. That's what we're going to call this interview. 100%. Just real, because, we just up here chatting and this our first time meeting. And yes, of course, the music is the most important, but then everything else that goes into it, I'm sure you're starting to realize like, oh, I got to get on my shit. Like I gotta get in my bag and focus, yes, on making the records, but then the way I'm putting them out, the way they're rolling out, and even when it comes to the videos, the quality's there. What's the video where you in the pool with the chicks?
Oh, so fine.
So fine.
Yeah.
Like that right there, that's a clean video, a good record. Now it's like, yo, how do we get people to pay attention, right? And I'm sure, do you have a plan in your head right now, like a plan of attack? Like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is the plan right now. You ain't gotta tell us your plan, but is there one there?
Definitely. I mean, part of the reason why I'm here,
Right.
in a sense, I'm trying to make open myself to new, you gotta go out there.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta explore. If you want, like you was telling me, if you, it's all about the connections, all about relationships. So if you want certain people to see you, you gotta make sure you got relationships in those.
You gotta
sections.
put yourself in those positions where people are paying attention, right? Because there's so much music, so many artists. For someone as a DJ or a record label, like to just start siphoning through it, it's a lot of work, right? So as an artist, sometimes putting yourself in a position to be sitting here right now, I respect it so much. You know what I'm saying? Shout to little sis who's in the building. I'm like, yo, no matter what, we pulling up. You know what I'm saying? No matter who I'm with, we pulling up. We gonna make this happen. So me just giving you your flowers, like, I respect it as an artist, doing it on your own, to be sitting here and just figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta figure it out on your own, and you dropping records and like, yo, I'm dropping this next year, 2023, summer 2023, to see you got a plan and you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You see your future. People gotta respect it. So shout out to you for that, right?
Appreciate you.
Is there a project coming? Are you working on an album right now, or is it just singles?
Honestly, straight singles, but I do have a mixtape project. Look for it in the wintertime.
Okay, it's coming.
It's coming. It's off. Like, I wouldn't consider it a breaking off record for the first mixtape. It's kind of a sequel. I made the first mixtape back when I was like 17. That's like 4 or 5 years ago. The second one is called X Tape 2, and that's where them love songs gonna play in and come through.
You. So how many records do you think is gonna be on that?
Roughly about, I give them a little nice 10-piece.
All right, a little 10-pack for you right there. Anything else? Because we see in some of your videos, there's little skits, little acting going on. Is that something you see in your future, like doing acting?
Definitely.
So you enjoy it?
Definitely. Yeah, I enjoy just entertaining. Like, I love putting a smile on somebody's face. And bro, I just love it.
Do you ever put out records and play it for your sister and she's like, this is trash, X? Has that ever happened?
All the time. Like, all the time. But she keeps it real.
Right.
She'll be like, nah, I like it, but nah, not this one. We gotta change it. Or if it's like a record where I went hand, she's like, this is it.
This is fire.
This is it.
This is lit. This is lit, X. Let's go. Word. So the project is coming, the mixtape. He's going to give you a little 10-piece. Anything else we should be looking forward to?
Man, just look for positive energy. That's all we bring in. That's all we come in. Just peace and straight love. That's all I'm on. Which I was telling you earlier. We moving like, I'm trying to just, this year is going to be flooded. The wintertime, I'm just throwing out everything.
Right.
All the old shit is coming out. Excuse me for that too.
Right.
Because I ain't trying to curse no more.
Positivity.
I ain't trying to curse no more. The new music next year, 2023, new me, no cursing. About to be a dad soon.
So, congrats. Yeah, see, that's where that good energy's coming from.
Part of it, that's a fact.
Because you got to start now, because you got to start changing the way you move, the way you think, just the way you carry yourself, because now you setting an example. Do you know what it is, boy or girl?
Not yet.
Oh, you don't know. Do you care what it is?
Either way, I'm happy.
It don't matter.
Either way.
It isn't. That's gonna be a whole different type of like focus for you. Like the motivation. Is this your first one?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that motivation is different. Congrats on that. before we get out of here though, because you took Fab off your top 5, you gotta leave us with now your top 5. X, who's in the top 5?
Since I'm in the younger generation, I can't relate to Fab as much as I used to.
No, that's respectful.
So it's like, I don't even know if I can say Drake anymore. Because honestly, I look at a lot of these rappers, I respect them. But based on where I'm heading, where I'm going, it's like, you know, what you put into your ear is very, you got to be careful.
Right.
And if they talking about a certain lane that you're not trying to be in, I'm very selective with my music and what I listen to. So that's why, like, my list changed, my music changed. The music that I'm making is changing. Because every year I'm just trying to elevate and better myself. But shit.
Top 5. Give us your top 5.
I put them on there. Drake, Kendrick Cole.
Okay. Drake, Kendrick, Cole. 2 more.
No. Switch that. Cole going second.
Okay.
Then
It don't even gotta be
third.
in order, so you could just Cole, Drake, Kendrick,
Big Sean, Tory Lanez. That's
Tory
top
Lanez.
5. Top 5.
Wow. I went against Tory, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tory Lanez. No, it makes sense. That makes sense. I fuck with Tory. Shout out to Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Tell them your IG and how they can tap in and follow you and watch the videos and listen to the music.
For sure. IG, XavienTheGreat, XTG, on all platforms, Google, YouTube. I'm there. Just check in, tap in. We coming with more good vibes, good energy. My
What
boy
else?
Dreski coming on.
Oh yeah, that's
the
a fact.
channel.
Yeah. So make sure you
We
tap in. We appreciate you. We look forward to your music. We look forward to you becoming a father, because that's gonna be big. Shout out to your pops, right? Free your pops.
Amen.
And we out. It's the new movement. Drewski, X in the building. Let's get it.